The sound of the suitcase zipper was sharper than it should have been, like she wanted me to hear it. She didn't even look at me as she spoke. I'm taking the kids. You refuse to open our marriage, so I'm moving in with Ryan. The name landed in the air like a stone, meaningless at first, just a sound. Then my daughter appeared in the doorway, her eyes unnaturally bright, like she'd been coached. We don't need you anymore. My new daddy's buying me a car for my 16th, and we're moving to his Beverly Hills mansion. Her words were rehearsed, precise, rehearsed in a way that hurt more than any outburst could. I just stood there, silent, watching them carry pieces of my life toward the door. The soft click of the front lock as they left was almost gentle. Almost. Ryan. The name lodged in my mind like a splinter I couldn't remove. That night, I poured a drink and opened my laptop. Her cloud account was still logged in. 57 new photos in the last 2 weeks. Him, tall, sunburned, flashing a perfect expensive smile, holding my children in a way that suggested permanence. A dinner receipt from Beverly Hills. A hotel booking under her maiden name. I read every text, each one dripping with charm from him, neediness from her. She had rewritten our history, casting herself as a trapped, innocent one, with me reduced to a meaningless obstacle. Then I read her message. He's too moral for an open marriage. He doesn't know what he's missing. I closed the laptop. The affair wasn't the worst of it. The betrayal was convincing my daughter I was dead weight. I didn't rage. I didn't call. I began quietly, meticulously, collecting bank statements. She had been moving money for months, small amounts, always on Fridays. Next, phone records. Ryan's number had been in her logs for over a year. Then I dug deeper. Public property records. His Beverly Hills mansion? In foreclosure. I smiled. A friend at a private lab owed me a favor. I swabbed my daughter's toothbrush, sealed it carefully. My son's too. 2 weeks later, the email arrived. Probability of paternity, 0% for both children. The hurt was slow, creeping, frostbite in my veins rather than a sudden wound. I said nothing to anyone and kept working. Employment background on Ryan. Spotty. Fired twice for ethical violations. No steady income in 2 years. Meanwhile, I let her believe she'd won. Rare texts from her got short, polite replies. Nothing that would hint I knew anything. Safety, I realized, makes the fall sharper. It came sooner than expected. She called one evening, anxious, breathless. Can you meet us? The kids want to see you. We met at a cafe halfway between our homes. Ryan was there too, one arm draped casually over the back of her chair, smug, confident. I placed a manila envelope on the table. I brought something for you. She opened it. First, the bank statements. Then the foreclosure notice. Finally, the lab results, cold, printed numbers. Her face drained of color. She stared at me as if I'd struck her physically. Ryan leaned forward, confused. What's this? I met his gaze calmly. Proof that you're both liars, building your little fantasy on sand. Neither of them spoke. She kept glancing at the DNA report, as though the letters might rearrange themselves. I leaned back. You've been selling my place in this family to him, convincing my daughter I'm irrelevant. But legally, I'm not their father. You'll handle custody and child support alone. I have no obligation. And given Ryan's financial situation, I hope you enjoy the mansion while it lasts. Ryan's smugness cracked. He looked at her, not me. What is he talking about? I slid a printed Zillow listing across the table. Ryan's mansion, the big red foreclosure banner glaring. Her breathing became ragged. He muttered something about a phone call and stormed out. I finished my coffee slowly, calm. She stared, eyes wet, words failing her. I stood. You wanted freedom. Here it is. And I walked away. 2 weeks later, the house she'd moved into was listed for sale. Ryan's number disconnected. A mutual friend told me she was renting a small apartment on the edge of town. My daughter hadn't mentioned a new daddy in days. I felt nothing. No triumph, no grief. Just silence. Betrayal doesn't just break you. It rewrites you. It teaches you to see people not as they pretend to be, but as they are when no one is watching. I don't miss her. I don't miss the children who weren't mine. She took everything she thought would ruin me, and instead, she freed me. Freedom, I realized, is only recognizable the moment the door finally closes behind you.